Hello, everyone, again to our Saturday stream. I already did this introduction, but unfortunately, we had to stop the stream because of all of the frames that were dropping. Come on, Hitbox.television, get it together. We're trying this again. Once again, we're continuing on with WWE 2K14. As last week we saw Bully Demise meet a violent ending to his match as Killerman attacked him afterwards. And who knows what might have happened to him. Well, I mean, the chat kind of knows now because they kind of saw the beginning of the first scene. But if you're watching it on YouTube or something, you don't know. As far as you're concerned, this is the first time you're seeing it. So let's continue on with WWE 2K14, and hopefully the stream works fine now. We'll get back to what Bully Demise is up to. And with that, it's time to go to the next King of the Ring match, the last first round match. We know who are the other three men who are going on to the second round, but there is one more first round match to go, and we know that Vince McMahon, against his wishes, has put Killerman in it for the purpose of eventually facing off with Bully Demise. But we have not figured out who Killerman's opponent is going to be, and it sounds like Jorg has come up with someone to face this monster. Who could it be? Well, I guess we're going to find out now.
Making his way to the ring, from wherever he wants, Brainless Randy. I've been looking forward to this one.
Like Jerry the King Lawler said, the first step of the King of the Ring starts here, even though this is the fourth match in the tournament. WWE commentators as accurate as in real life. But if you've seen Illbleed or played Illbleed, you know that this is a rematch. It's Brainless Randy going up against Killerman, who he was able to defeat once before in a certain reality, a certain timeline. He might have been the one to do it. And Jorg has brought in Brainless Randy as his ringer because, of course, without a brain, Randy does not really know what he's getting himself into. So, who else was Jorg gonna get? Brainless Randy, does he actually have no brain? It is true. He used to have a brain. He does not anymore. You might want to consult Illbleed for more details on that. However, yes, Brainless Randy has no weapon. He brought a chainsaw with him to the ring, but that's not allowed in a WWE-sanctioned match. He has to defeat Killerman with his bare hands, and that is no small task. Brainless Randy, though, taking it to Killerman, showing no fear, showing no awareness of really where he is or what he's doing, really. Otherwise, you might be a little bit worried. Given that he's going up against some sort of immortal, undead revenge ghost. A revenge ghost that is so powerful that even Bully Demise said that he was really strong. What's the overall rating of these wrestlers? Well, Killerman is pretty much maxed out in terms of power and toughness. Brainless Randy's not bad, but I mean, he can't be as strong as Killerman. Brainless Randy is but a man. And Killerman is a Killerman, as we all know. Indeed, his power is maximum. He doesn't even need to go Super Saiyan to do it. But Brainless Randy, getting Killerman down to the mat, whipping him off the ropes into a big back body drop. Brainless Randy, he's no weakling. He is tossing Killerman around fairly easily. Killerman not really accustomed to fighting someone like this. I mean, Killerman now on the mat with this gigantic oversized hands wrapped around the throat of Brainless Randy Fairbanks. Killerman used to attacking from behind, you know, getting the quick kill and then jumping away off screen as he does. A WWE match, oh, hold on, Brainless Randy with the headbutts, extremely effective, because he doesn't actually feel those. Killerman, you know, he doesn't usually get into face-to-face one-on-one fights with his victims. So this is an entirely new experience for him. And this is exactly what Randy has to do. He has to just keep on Killerman. He can't let Killerman get his huge hands around him. That's exactly what Randy cannot allow himself to do. He cannot afford to take those huge power hits. Does Killerman have his laser attack as a finisher? Unfortunately, there is no equivalent to Killerman's laser. Surprise DDT out of nowhere. There is no equivalent to Killerman's laser in WWE 2K14. I wish there was. There is not. Brainless Randy counterattacking at every opportunity, picking the... Who knows how much Killerman weighs? How much do ghosts weigh? Like hundreds of ghosts. How much do they weigh? I don't know. It looked like Brainless Randy was going to go for another big back body drop. Killerman again. Oh, Killerman now with the stomps. Just putting the stomps to Brainless Randy. Perhaps not an expected move from Killerman. But Brainless Randy not allowing this to affect him. He's not allowing himself to be intimidated by this gigantic undead monster. He's continuing to fight on. Standing toe-to-toe with this man, this thing, this Killer Man. Oh, but Killerman coming into the corner hard with the clothesline, but Brainless Randy just right back up. I think that without a brain, perhaps he cannot feel pain. Randy splashing Killerman in the corner. He's going for the pin. Can he get him? One? No. Just a one count. Just a one count. I mean, getting a one count in itself is pretty impressive on Killerman, and Killerman just pushes Randy over with a big boot right to the chest, lifting the hand up and just bringing the chop down on the skull of Brainless Randy. It's probably not the best target. Might want to go for the torso. See, Randy, he's not even affected by those shots to the head. Randy off the ropes, coming in with a big splash, just kind of falling on top of Killerman. Can that do the job? Actually, a 2 count on Killerman. Brainless Randy, showing so much heart because he has no brain. He has to show all this heart. Killerman showing his immense strength, slamming Brainless Randy right to the mat, going for the cover, getting the 1 count. Killerman with the big side slam. Brainless Randy getting weakened. And wait, hold on, wait. Killerman, he's going for it. He's going for his big move. He's lifting Randy up, and he's lifting him up in the Killer Star and brings him right down. Will that do it? 1, 2, 3.
Oh boy, that was a spectacular performance. Let's see some of the highlights.
This repeat of Killerman's onslaught brought to you by Totino's. Every time you experience the taste explosion in your mouth from a Totino's pizza roll, just remember the pain explosion that Killerman inflicts on his opponents.
Here is your winner, Killerman.
He gets a big victory here tonight. Love him or hate him, that was an incredible match.
Not sure how many people love Killerman, considering he is an insane rage ghost that murders people, but maybe there are some people who do. The commentators seem to be calling it right down the middle. Kinda odd considering Killerman has murdered some of their co-workers. And Killerman just threatening the cameramen, the referees, and just everyone around the ring. He has won his match, which means it's time to go to the brackets. Okay, the first round is now completed. We have our semifinal round complete. The Big Show versus Bully Demise. Billy Bishop versus Killerman. And while we wait for the next match, I think maybe there's one more person we want to check up on in this episode. Only 3 more matches before we have a King of the Ring, and then that winner will go on to face Undertaker Retro for the WWE title, which, as we know, teams with magical powers. Let's head back to somewhere else. For some reason, Undertaker Retro, desiring to speak, to consult with Andre the Giant, who exists in some place out of space and time, apparently. Undertaker's the Lord of the Dead, so, he can do that. But that's it for this episode, episode 8 of WWE 2K14. We'll be taking a little break. We'll be coming back with episode 9 of WWE 2K14 as we move on to the semifinals. Be back in a few minutes.